My girlfriend brought a Tinder date to my birthday and called him my backup plan. I just smiled and said, "Welcome to my single and ready to mingle party." Her backup left with my sister's number. I'm 34 and my birthday was last Saturday. Been with Jessica for 8 months. She's been staying at my place most nights for the past 3 months. We'd been talking about her officially moving in and making things exclusive. I planned a party at my house for my birthday. About 30 people coming, including family and close friends. Friday night, Jessica asks if she can invite someone. Who? Just a friend I've been talking to. Sure, whatever. Saturday afternoon, I'm setting up when this guy shows up. Tall, decent-looking, carrying flowers. Not for me, obviously. "Hey, I'm Marcus. Jessica invited me." Red flags immediately. Jessica never mentioned his name. She said a friend. This felt different. Jessica comes over all smiles. "Marcus, this is my boyfriend David." "David, this is Marcus." Then she drops the bomb. Marcus is someone I'm exploring options with. The party noise around us didn't stop, but my world definitely tilted. Exploring options. At my birthday party. With a guy she invited. Excuse me? We're keeping things casual while I figure out what I want. Marcus looked confused. "Wait, I thought you said you were single." "I am single technically. David and I haven't made anything official yet." My jaw dropped. We'd literally talked about exclusivity 2 weeks ago. "Jessica, can I talk to you privately?" We stepped into the kitchen. My sister Amy was getting drinks and could hear everything. "What exactly is going on here?" "Look, David, I like you, but I'm not ready to be exclusive. Marcus and I have been talking and I wanted to see how we all get along." "You brought your Tinder date to my birthday party?" "He's not from Tinder. We met through mutual friends and this seemed like a good way to be honest about where things stand." "Get out." "What?" "You heard me. Take your backup plan and leave my house." "You're being ridiculous. It's 2025, David. I don't need your permission to have backup plans. Modern relationships are more flexible. This is my house and my birthday party. You're not welcome here anymore." "Fine, but I'm not apologizing for being honest about my needs." She walked back into the living room. I followed. Jessica went straight to Marcus, who looked completely lost. "Marcus, she told you she was single?" I asked directly. "Yeah, said she was exploring her options after getting out of something complicated." Something complicated was our 8-month relationship where she's been staying here 3 nights a week. Marcus turned to Jessica. "You said you lived with roommates." "I do live with roommates. But you're his girlfriend?" "It's complicated, Marcus." That's when I made the decision. I walked to the center of the room and tapped my beer bottle with a fork. Everyone looked over. "Hey everyone, thanks for coming out tonight. Quick announcement." The room went quiet. Jessica looked panicked. "So it turns out I'm newly single as of about 5 minutes ago. Jessica here brought her backup plan to my birthday party to introduce us both to her modern dating philosophy." Gasps from multiple people. My dad actually laughed. "So this is now officially my single and ready to mingle party. Jessica, you're free to leave with your date. Marcus, you seem like you got caught up in something you didn't understand. You're welcome to stay if you want." Jessica's face went red. "You're embarrassing me. You embarrassed yourself by lying to both of us. This is so immature." "What's immature is using my birthday party to manage your dating roster." She grabbed her purse. "Come on, Marcus, we're leaving." Marcus looked around the room, then at Jessica, then at my sister Amy, who was watching with obvious interest. "Actually, I think I'll stay. I don't like being lied to." Jessica's jaw dropped. "What? You told me you were single. You told him we were just friends. Which story is true?" "You don't understand the situation." "I understand enough. You brought me here under false pretenses." Marcus handed the flowers to Amy. "These were meant for someone honest. That seems to be you." Amy smiled. "Thank you. I'm Amy." Marcus, nice to meet someone straightforward. Jessica looked between Marcus and Amy like she was watching her plans crumble in real time. "This is unbelievable. You're all against me." "Jessica, the door is right there," I said. "Don't let it hit you on your way to find more backup plans." She left alone. Slammed the door hard enough to rattle the windows. The party resumed immediately. Better energy, actually. Marcus turned out to be funny and normal. Spent most of the evening talking to Amy and explaining how Jessica had completely misrepresented the situation to him. Best birthday plot twist ever. Update 1. 5 days later. The aftermath has been educational. Thanks for all the comments and messages. Good to know I'm not insane for refusing to share my birthday party with my girlfriend's secret dating additions. Sunday morning, Jessica started texting. The usual damage control playbook. Last night got out of hand. We should talk. Nothing to talk about, Jessica. You made your clear. I was just being honest about where we stand. That's healthy communication. Bringing secret dates to my birthday party isn't healthy anything. Marcus wasn't a secret. I told you I was inviting a friend. A friend you're exploring romantic options with while staying at my place 3 nights a week. We never said we were exclusive, David. We literally talked about you moving in here permanently 2 weeks ago. That was just discussion, not commitment. She tried the modern dating angle. Started lecturing me about how relationships work in 2025 and how exclusivity is an outdated concept. People can care about multiple others simultaneously dated. Then don't act like a girlfriend while shopping for my replacement. I wasn't shopping for anything. I was being transparent. You told Marcus you were single. You told me he was just a friend. That's not transparent. That's lying to everyone. I was protecting both of your feelings. By lying to both of us, she had no answer for that logic. The Marcus and Amy situation developed naturally. He texted her Sunday asking if she wanted to get coffee and compare notes about Jessica's stories. Amy called me before responding. Is it weird if I say yes? Why would it be weird? He was supposed to be Jessica's date. He was Jessica's victim just like me. Go for it. They met Sunday afternoon. Turns out Jessica had told Marcus completely different stories about everything. According to her version, I was a roommate she occasionally hooked up with when convenient. Amy filled me in Tuesday. He had no idea you two were serious. She showed him pictures of your place and said she was house-sitting for friends. House-sitting? She told him she was between apartments and staying various places while apartment hunting. The layers of deception were staggering. Jessica created entirely separate narratives for each relationship. When he asked about bringing flowers, she said they were for the hostess of the party. He thought that was me. So he brought flowers for you originally. Technically, yes. Which makes it even more perfect that he ended up giving them to me anyway. Marcus and Amy had their second coffee date Tuesday. Third one planned for Friday. They're taking it slow but definitely interested in each other. Wednesday, Jessica's friend Kayla called me. David, what you did Saturday was cruel. Kayla, your friend, brought a date to my birthday party while pretending to be single to both of us. She was being honest about her feelings. She was being dishonest about basic facts, like whether she was dating anyone. Modern relationships are complicated. They're not, Kayla. You either tell people the truth or you don't. Jessica chose lying. She cares about you. She cared about having options without consequences. Kayla hung up frustrated when I wouldn't accept that Jessica was just confused about modern dating. The best part came Thursday. Jessica tried calling from her mom's phone thinking I wouldn't recognize the number. David, we need to work this out. Jessica, I told you we're done. You can't just end 8 months over one misunderstanding. It wasn't a misunderstanding. You brought another man to my birthday party and told him you were single. That was poor timing. Poor timing would be bringing him the wrong weekend. This was poor character. She hung up when she realized I wasn't budging. Friday night, Marcus and Amy had their third date. Amy texted me afterwards saying it went really well. Apparently they spent most of dinner laughing about how they met under such weird circumstances. Sometimes the trash takes itself out and brings you a better story in the process. Update 2. 3 weeks later. This week brought the full scope of Jessica's dating strategy into focus. The manipulation was more extensive than anyone realized. She created a fake number to text me Monday. Same talking points about how I overreacted and ruined a good thing. David, we could have worked through this if you weren't so rigid about relationships. Jessica, you lied to multiple people simultaneously. That's not flexibility. That's deception. I never lied. I was honest about exploring my options. You told Marcus you were single. You told me he was just a friend. Both can't be true. I was single in the sense that we weren't official. We were talking about you moving in permanently. Talking isn't commitment. What would commitment have looked like to you? I needed to know all my options first. There it was. She wanted me to commit while she kept shopping around. The entitlement was breathtaking. Amy filled me in on more details she'd learned from Marcus. Jessica had been managing this dual relationship for over a month. She'd tell Marcus she was busy on the nights she stayed at my place. Tell me she was having girls' nights when she was seeing Marcus. He showed me their text conversations. Amy said she was definitely leading him on, making plans for future dates while living in your spare room half the week. Did he know about any of it? Nothing. She compartmentalized everything. Different social media accounts. Different friend groups. He never saw any evidence of you. The level of planning was disturbing. This wasn't casual dating. This was systematic deception. Marcus and Amy made it official this week. They're moving slowly but honestly, which is refreshing after watching Jessica's manipulation tactics. It's nice dating someone who tells the truth about basic facts. Amy told me. Like whether they're single? Revolutionary concept, apparently. Thursday brought Jessica's most desperate attempt yet. She showed up at my door with a whole speech prepared. David, I realize I handled everything wrong. I should have been more direct about my needs. Your need to date multiple people while lying to all of them? I was scared of commitment. I thought if I kept options open, I'd feel more secure. How did that work out? I lost you and I lost Marcus. I have no options now. Actions have consequences, Jessica. Can we start over? I know what I want now. What you want is whatever you can't have. 2 weeks ago, you wanted backup plans. I was confused. You were calculating. There's a difference. Please don't throw away 8 months over one mistake. 8 months of you planning exit strategies while I planned a future. That's not one mistake. She left crying. Real tears this time because the reality had finally hit. Her friend group started taking sides once the full story came out. About half thought her behavior was unacceptable. The other half bought her story about me being controlling. Lost a few mutual acquaintances, but honestly, good riddance. Anyone who thinks simultaneously dating multiple people while lying to all of them is acceptable modern behavior isn't worth keeping around. My dating life actually improved. Being honest about being single beats being in a relationship with someone planning their exit strategy. The birthday party story became legendary among my friends. People keep asking me to tell it at gatherings. The look on Jessica's face when Marcus chose Amy over her gets funnier every time. Final update 2 months later. Time for the final chapter on this birthday party disaster. It's been 2 months since Jessica brought her backup plan to my party and watched him leave with my sister. The long-term consequences have been exactly what you'd expect when someone gets caught running multiple relationships with elaborate lies. Jessica's dating life became significantly more difficult once word spread about her backup plan philosophy. My friends talked to their friends. Amy told her coworkers. Marcus mentioned it to his friend group. Small city dynamics mean reputations matter. She tried creating new dating profiles with different photos, but the stories kept catching up with her. Apparently she used the same tactics with other guys and patterns emerged. Her social circles split permanently. The friends who defended her modern dating approach found themselves dealing with similar drama when Jessica applied her strategy to their boyfriends. Loyalty has limits, especially when it comes to relationship poaching. Jessica reached out one final time about 3 weeks ago. Completely different approach. David, I know you've moved on, but I wanted to apologize properly. Jessica, I moved on the night you brought Marcus to my party. I realize now how wrong I was. The whole situation was manipulative and dishonest. Good that you recognize it. Is there any possibility we could try again? I understand commitment now. You understand consequences. That's different. I learned from my mistakes. You learned that lying to multiple people simultaneously has social costs. Not the same as learning honesty. I would be different this time. Jessica, you spent a month creating elaborate lies to manage 2 relationships. That's not impulsive behavior. That's systematic deception. People can change. They can, but trust can't be rebuilt on this foundation. That conversation ended our contact permanently. She finally accepted that some bridges can't be rebuilt after you burn them down publicly. Marcus and Amy's relationship flourished completely. They moved in together last month. Fast timeline, but they're both honest communicators, which makes all the difference. Amy thanked me recently for handling the party situation the way I did. If you hadn't called her out publicly, Marcus would have kept believing her lies about being single. Just refused to accept the disrespect. It was perfect timing. She couldn't manipulate the situation when everyone heard the truth simultaneously. The birthday party became a cautionary tale in our social circle. The story gets told whenever someone mentions modern dating complications. Jessica bringing her backup plan, who then chose my sister, is peak ironic justice. My dating life improved dramatically. Started seeing someone new who finds the whole story hilarious rather than concerning. Someone who understands that honesty about relationship status is basic human decency, not an outdated concept. The revenge wasn't planned or elaborate. Just refused to enable manipulative behavior and let natural consequences take their course. Jessica wanted to explore all her options publicly. She ended up with no options. Sometimes the best response to manipulation is simple transparency. Announcing the truth eliminated her ability to control different narratives for different people. She got exactly what she asked for: freedom to explore her options without my interference. She just didn't expect her backup plan to explore better options immediately. That's real modern dating behavior.